is on your right, Aaron is on your left, and it's Black Devotion all day, every day.
So
we're tied up.
Yep, these matchups in the post-board games are a lot about drawing cards and pack rat. Those are the big things. You can trade one for one a lot. A lot of the other stuff doesn't matter. A lot of the other stuff doesn't matter too much, but you can run away the game with pack rat in some spots, and certainly drawing cards through Underworld Connections and Erebos is really critical as well.
Have confirmation Aaron's last name is pronounced Wheele, not Wheelie. I just wanted to pop a wheelie, that's all.
Sure.
It's not fair. Excite Bike. Chris VanMeter with a Temple of Deceit. There's a Swamp Bear. Might see a Thoughtseize to start the show. We actually see a Duress. And there goes Ultimate Price. You see VanMeter immediately discard his only spell in his hand. But that means he's got Pack Rat at the ready. Now it's going to be on Wheel to have a removal spell, where this game ends before it even begins.
Yeah, an unchecked Pack Rat is almost a guaranteed runaway in the Mono Black Mirror.
Yeah.
So Chris is going to cast it on turn 2 and put Aaron to the test. Right. Aaron has his own Pack Rat in hand, so if he's able to answer it, he's got a great shot of winning the game.
Oh, we can see one of these games. So Chris is going to untap that Temple. He'll take a draw. Underworld Connection's a good card to find here in case his Pack Rat is taken care of, because he can get his card drawing engine online. Let's see, VanMeter trying to figure out what land he wants to play. He's going to go with the Mutavault and play the Pack Rat and pass the turn back. So the test is on.
Yeah. Time to test your metal.
And the answer is no answer, just a Pack Rat of his own.
And the defensive Pack Rat is not a good place to be in, as Chris gets to outpace him the whole way.
Now here comes the big question, as VanMeter does draw a Devour Flesh, of course. Do you play your third land, which is a Swamp, and activate Pack Rat, or do you Devour Flesh theirs? But that gives Wheel another turn to maybe deal with VanMeter's Pack Rat.
I would just make a rat.
That's
Just
what he's
make a
gonna do.
rat.
Yep.
Making a rat here effectively shuts off Aaron's Pack Rat because he can't race you that way.
Sure.
It also protects, you from Aaron drawing a removal spell or having Hero's Downfall in hand. So just don't overthink it.
Now the card that VanMeter did discard is a little bit interesting. He chose to discard a Gray Merchant, which could play a larger role over the course of the game instead of being that Devour Flesh, which might play a lesser role. I think I would keep Underworld Connections if I were Chris, but we'll see if that discard does come back to haunt him at all.
Well, I actually like keeping the Devour Flesh there since he has so few lands at this point. Whenever he draws a fourth land, he's probably going to want to make a rat and animate Mutavault. And then on the fifth turn, he's still probably going to be compelled to make a Pack Rat token. So I prefer this line from Chris, I think.
So let's see what VanMeter wants to do on this turn. I don't think he passed the turn back. I could be wrong. And it looks, I think he did just pass back. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see exactly where we're at. I'm not 100% sure. Because he kind of did extend the hand motion to pass the turn, but...
So if Chris...
Okay, we're still on Chris's turn.
If Chris sends both and Aaron makes a rat and tries to double block with the hopes of containing Chris's board, the Devour Flesh blows him up. And if Aaron does nothing, then Chris can simply make a rat.
Well, also, the problem here, right, is if Chris attacks with both of his rats, and then Aaron makes a rat, and then double blocks one of the rats, Chris just deals 2 to 1, 1 to the other, and then they're just dead.
Well, he can just Devour Flesh Aaron down to 1 rat, and then the 2/2 rat kills the remaining 1/1 rat.
That's also true, too.
Yeah.
I'm saying he doesn't even have to use a removal spell.
Oh, sure.
That's the point, because if they double block, it's 2 2/2s on a 3/3, then you deal 2 to 1, 1 to the other, and then it's just dead from state-based.
Yeah, he has a cover both ways.
So no spells actually need to be cast here. That's why I was a little bit surprised if Chris was passing the turn back, thinking maybe he was scared or something. But Pack Rat is it's pretty safe. You just get in there and you just keep making them until they die. Well, that's what he's going to do. He's going to discard a Duress here, make another rat, going to come across for 6, and just pass it back.
Now, if Chris can't find a 4th land here, and Aaron can, he can sort of try to keep his head above water with the pacing of the rats with his Mutavault.
Yes.
He gets him effectively an additional +1/+1. But if Chris finds a 4th land of his own, then that no longer works.
Well, there's a 4th land for Aaron. So now he gets to do the play that you mentioned, but he's casting a spell. Okay, he was casting a Pack Rat. So if there was one spell he was actually allowed to cast, it is Pack Rat.
Yeah. Although it is curious, if he wasn't doing anything else with his mana this turn, I think that I would have saved the Pack Rat because it's valuable when you have 5 mana in play to be able to cast one and make a second one.
Sure.
This turn he had his mana accounted for because he could have spent 3 mana making a rat and the remaining mana turning on his Mutavault if he was feeling so inclined.
I think right now VanMeter just needs to draw a land.
Land's a big draw.
He
There it
drew
is.
one, okay. That's super, super important. So he can play a land, activate his Pack Rat, and activate his Mutavault. And so Wheel's going to have 4/4 Pack Rats, but VanMeter's going to have 5/5 Pack Rats. Okay.
Yeah, Aaron might have been able to start turning this thing around if not for that, or Chris would have had to Devour Flush this turn instead of making Rat or something. But now Chris is firmly back in the driver's seat.
Yeah, well, Rat's off to you, Mr. VanMeter. Getting in with all yours. They're 3/3s, potential to turn into 5/5s.
And Aaron doesn't have that much time to try to finagle and build up a board that can double block and all that kind of stuff. Remember, this is what Chris is doing right now is a lethal attack. This is 15 damage coming across.
Yeah.
It makes his Mutavault and makes an additional Rat.
Oh, there has to be some blocking done here, and for every block that Wheel makes that doesn't trade, it makes his Pack Rats worse, and as a result, just gets him in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, this is why I like, Chris getting on the front foot with the Rat and just continuing to make them, because it makes it so much harder for your opponent's opposing Pack Rat to be able to keep up.
And the thing is, when I brought up the Devour Flesh play on turn 3, it's so easy to just kind of pigeonhole yourself into saying, okay, I just make a Rat. Like, that's it. That's all I do. I've read this VMAT Switch article. I just make a Rat the entire time. I've seen other people do this. But from playing Mono Black a little bit earlier this week on Magic Online, it was really appealing to be like, I think I'm just going to kill his Rat. But you have to assess like the bigger situation of how the turns are going to play out. Because as this game is played out here, you see that if he just keeps making a Rat, there's no way for Aaron to actually catch back up. Or it's going to take a very strange series of events for Aaron to catch back up, which I don't think it's going to come to fruition this turn.
And all the while, Aaron's taking a ton of damage.
Yes.
That's the other thing, too.
But it's really weird and really appealing to like have removal spell in your hand and just go, I want to kill that creature. And instead it's like, no, you're actually supposed to conceivably discard the removal spell and ignore the creature because, by the time we come to turn 4 or turn 5, your creatures are gigantic and their creatures don't actually matter.
Right. And is especially attracted to run that play when we're talking about an opposing Pack Rat, which has this bullseye on it the entire time. Although Aaron just drew another Mutavault, which is not a terrible draw here. Again, trying to keep pace with the size of Chris's Pack Rats.
So Chris has 3 3/3 Rats with potential for them to be 5/5s next turn, maybe 6/6s if he draws another copy of Mutavault, but we'll get there if that does occur. Aaron on his side, he's got a couple, but looks like he's just going to concede the game, realizing he can't catch up because he's at 2. And Chris VanMeter is going to move on to 5-0 this weekend, defeating Aaron Wheele, giving him his first loss. And Mono Black and Mono Blue are definitely everywhere this weekend, and you see the win there for VanMeter. He's off to 5